Greetings, y'all still up? 3 in the morning. Breakfast at your table. Child, your lunch is ready. I'm coming. We're going to get into part 2 if y'all up. If y'all is up, we're going to get into part 2. If y'all up, y'all is up. I had a couple of dishes. I was just going to wash these real quick. Okay. Let me give me some more ice. I'm coming. Hold on. I can't believe y'all was still up at 3 in the rising. That's right. You don't let these motherfuckers tell us we gotta go to sleep. They don't know our life. They don't even know our life. How much charge? I got charge on my phone. Okay. Woo! What are you even doing? I had to straighten back up my kitchen. What gratitude, girl? I can't wait to put them locks in them. Excuse my chair. All right. Back to the good stuff. Let's see, where did we end? Remember, we ended on number 83. On or about February 4th, 2023, Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to bring prostitutes and sex workers back to his home in Miami, Florida. Now, Lil Rod Jones, he's the music producer. And ain't that like a engineer type stuff, a producer? But let's just go. There's another picture of somebody whose face is covered. And then another female in a dress. I don't know what that's showing, but all right, we starting on number 84. The sex workers that Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to bring back to his home. On or about February 2nd, 2023, incident, Mr. Jones believes Mr. Combs drugged him. Mr. Jones recalls waking up naked, dizzy, and confused. He was in bed with 2 sex workers and Mr. Combs. He also recalls aimlessly wandering around the house with no clothes on. Well, He was disoriented. Sex workers in Mr. Jones' bed the morning after being drugged. He was disoriented, but he was cognizant enough to take these photos. He must have took the pictures like, who the fuck is in my bed? Let me turn off one of these damn lights. He just wanted to know who the fuck was in his goddamn bed. He's disoriented. He's walking around, no clothes on, but he was able to take this photo. Go on and get your money. Excuse me, Rod. Number 85. On another occasion in Miami, Florida, on Thanksgiving night 2022, Mr. Combs asked Mr. Jones and DeForest Taylor to enter the studio bathroom. He asked them for a $100 bill because he wanted them to do cocaine with him. He couldn't even sort it out of a regular dollar bill. It had to be a $100 bill. That's expensive snorting. Mr. Jones was scared, but luckily, he didn't have a $100 bill. Luckily. Mr. Combs waited a little later to do coke with Young Miami. Hey, I know people who do coke. I've known them. And they don't need a $100 bill. They can use a regular dollar bill, a long fingernail, fingertips. I've seen it done, but whatever. So he waited for Young Miami. A scrawl. Later that evening, he required Mr. Jones to solicit sex workers from Booby Trap on the River, located at 3615 Northwest South River Drive in Miami, Florida. Mr. Jones did so, and Mr. Combs forced him to engage in unsolicited sex acts with these workers. So not only are you going to get me some motherfucking sex workers, you're going to do it with me. And the cocaine if I tell you to. And here is the picture of the booby trap. Proof. Irrefutable. As part of Mr. Jones' sex worker recruitment tools, he had tools. He had recruitment tools. As part of Mr. Jones' sex worker recruitment tools, Mr. Combs provided Mr. Jones with an exclusive bad boy baseball. No, stop. Stop it. Stop. Oh my God. An exclusive bad boy baseball cap and required him to wear it to Booby Trap on the river as a signal to any sex worker he approached that Mr. Combs was in town and had sent Mr. Jones to recruit them. Okay. Mr. Jones had no desire to visit Booby Trap on the river. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit sex workers from Booby Trap on the river. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting sex workers from Booby Trap on the river. He had no choice in these sexual acts, in these innuendos, and going to solicit, doing drugs, but he had enough gall to leave and then say, nigga, pay me my motherfucking money. Oh, you ain't gonna pay me my money? I know what's gonna get you to pay me my motherfucking money, nigga. He wasn't scared then. Listen, I believe he's old. Give him all his money. All right. As detailed below, wait, excuse me. Mr. Combs used many tactics to maintain dominion and control of Mr. Jones. Apparently, these workers were accustomed to servicing Mr. Combs and would know that he is in town by the sight of the bad boy's baseball cap. The following are Instagram profiles of two of the sex workers that Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to solicit and have sex with at his home in Miami of the Florida. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit or have sex with these individuals in the previous paragraph. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting and sleeping with these women. I don't doubt that this is happening. What I want to know is, because I don't have a penis, I want to know what was the influence and the force he was able to use to be able to make Mr. Jones's dick hard. I see somebody was she may have accidentally timed you out or deleted it. Oh, because she said, bitch, better have my money. Rihanna. I might have to change this rule because I'm so tired of talking about it. The following is the phone number of another sex worker that Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to solicit and perform sex acts with at his home in Miami, Florida. So he needs to get paid. What he's saying is he needs to get paid from all of these sex acts that he then did with you. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit and or have sex with the individual in this previous paragraph. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting and sleeping with the individuals above. Mr. Combs used many tactics to maintain dominion and control over Mr. Jones. He promised him a Grammy for Producer of the Year for the Love album. He offered him $250,000 to purchase all of the instruments he wanted. He promised him ownership of his $20 million property, One Star Island in Miami, Florida. Get your money, Rod. Get your motherfucking money. So you saying to me the house ain't mine? This is giving Little Murder and Turk. What's his name? His name was Turk on P Valley. Little Murder and his friend that got out of jail. This is giving that. It is. He promised access to record label executives like defendants Lucian Charles Grange and Ethiopia Haberdashery. Mr. Combs would often switch up his approach. He would go from promising Mr. Jones the world to threatening Mr. Jones with physical harm. Nigga, don't make me break your fucking face. Suck this dick. I don't really want to. Well, no Grammy for you then, nigga. You sure? Mm. Mr. Combs would often switch up his approach. He would go from promising Mr. Jones the world to threatening Mr. Jones with physical harm. This was his motherfucking man, honey. Y'all was in a whole Diddy Cassie relationship. Mr. Combs threatened to eat. Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones' face and informed Mr. Jones that he is willing to kill his mother, Janice Combs, if he must in order to get what he wants. So he wouldn't think twice to harm Mr. Jones. Wait a minute, bitch. That was a lot. That was a lot. I believe he said that. Nigga, I'll eat your motherfucking face off, nigga. I'll kill this bitch. You think I won't kill my own motherfucking mama? Bitch, I killed that bitch. So what the fuck you think I do to you, nigga? I killed Biggie, nigga. I shot that bitch in her face in the club, nigga. I said, faces, girl. Faces. Girl. He said that. He did that. He did. Mr. Combs and J. Combs solicit drugs and engages in illicit sex acts with minors and sex workers. All right. This is page 20, starting on 98. On or about July 2nd, 2023 in California, Mr. Combs had a listening party at his home. Present at this party was R&B artist, redacted, J. Combs, sex workers, and some underage girls. The event began at 7 p.m. Mr. Combs requested female sex workers and required Mr. Jones to solicit them. An hour later, several sex workers appeared. You know what's throwing me? Ain't nobody getting in the shower. So we just sucking sweaty balls and dirty booty holes. Ain't nobody getting in the shower. They had a whole hour. Mm. 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 An hour later, several sex workers appeared. In addition to sex workers, there were at least 5 women in the crowd that were under the age of 16. If Mr. Jones say he was forced into having sexual acts with children, I'ma slap the fuck out of him. One day when I see him. Mr. Combs forced all the women to drink laced de Leon liquor. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs laced the liquor with ecstasy. I believe it. Why? Because Mark Carey said that that's what they used to do. Mr. Combs did not check the identification of any of these underage girls. I wonder, how did he know? The presence of these underage women made Mr. Jones very uncomfortable. He attempted to leave, and Mr. Combs forced him to stay. Mr. Combs went so far as to take Mr. Jones' car keys to prevent him from leaving. And I would have been in a fucking Uber. What do you mean? After being forced to drink Lace de Leon shots, Mr. Jones began So he was forced to drink them as well, even though he knew they were laced. So somebody was holding him by his throat and his nose and pouring the De Leon down his throat. After being forced to drink laced De Leon shots, Mr. Jones began feeling lightheaded and recalls passing out. He recalls passing out. This sounds like some shit I heard 2 years ago about a bitch who came to my event, but never mind. He recalls passing out and waking up at 4 a.m. Bitch, I didn't been in bed scrolling on my phone and woke up and didn't know I was sleeping. I did not recall going the fuck to sleep. I swear I'm not picking apart his testimony, but I'm just saying what everybody's the fuck thinking. Bitch, I done been asleep and didn't know I was asleep until the next day. I done been trying to prepare my mind to play with this pussy, bitch, and woke up the next day pissed because I fell asleep on my own self. This nigga recalled passing out after being laced. Argue with yourself. Recalls passing up and waking up at 4 a.m. the following morning naked with a sex worker sleeping next to him. I done been at a aesthetic and didn't know that I was outside of my body until I woke up at 2 or 3 in the rising. Screenshots of a video from that night is embedded below. Hey, but who took these pictures? He was laced and passed out. Who took these pictures? Mr. Combs with an underage female sex worker. Justin Combs with the underage female. And then this nigga got his hand up. They in there taking sworn testimony never to tell. I solemnly swear never to tell what's going on in this room. Mr. Combs attempts to pass off Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. We're starting at 109. Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs was grooming him to pass him off to his friends. So again, you willing to share me? This fear became reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. while they were on Mr. Combs' yacht. Could he be the one that he hung over the rail? Let's see, I don't know. During the introduction, Mr. Combs suggested that Cuba get to know Mr. Jones better. He then left them alone in a makeshift studio on the yacht. This is a picture of Mr. Combs and Cuba Gooding Jr. moments before Mr. Jones is assaulted. Again, who took this picture? No, nigga, you stay here and get this ass. I don't even want to, though. Nigga, you stay here and get this ass. Meanwhile, he's sitting back here taking pictures. Because you willing to share me and shit. Since you willing to share me and shit. I ain't saying that's what he said. I'm just saying. As evidenced by a video of which screenshots are embedded below, Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones' legs, his upper inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks and shoulders. Mr. Jones was extremely uncomfortable and proceeded to lean away from Mr. Gooding Jr. He rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. The following is a screenshot of the encounter with Cuba Gooding Jr. So you saying you want me? You saying you want me? You saying you want me? How is the cameras all pointing right to this? Who was recording these things? You saying you see the hand? You saying you want me? Do you see the hand? Right there. Me? Yeah. Yeah, I want you. Me. This is crazy. Me? Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones was under an implied work for hire agreement. So really, you was a sex worker and you mad because you didn't get that $250,000 or that $20 million home. That's what's really happening here. And I ain't mad because you fucked and sucked and you deserve all your motherfucking money. So go get it. But all right, the Love album, starting on 115. Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones was under an implied work for hire agreement. He was not compensated for his time living with Mr. Combs or for the songs he produced. That sound familiar. Who else he do like that? Oh, that's right, Cassie. And did. Did you read hers? Because that's how hers read. She was promised some shit she didn't get. Meanwhile, she was getting fucked up and fucked off and beat up, and so was he probably. As evidence, he was listed as a producer for the following songs on the Love album's final release: Deliver Me, Stay, Part 1, Reaching, What's Love, Stay a While, Moments, Need Somebody, Homecoming, and Tough Love. These songs, wait a minute, bitch. These songs read like his whole love story with this nigga. Did anybody else peep that? These songs that he produced reads like his whole love story. This nigga is a whole motherfucking Taylor Swift, bitch. These love songs read like his Deliver Me. Somebody help. Stay, nigga. Part 1. Reaching. Why you keep touching me? What's love? I thought you didn't want to share me. Stay a while. I said stay, nigga. These moments were crazy. I need somebody help. Homecoming. I finally get to leave. Tough love, nigga. That was tough love, nigga. Woo. Boy. Mr. Combs and defendant LR, MR, UMG all benefited from Mr. Jones' work product. They failed to compensate Mr. Jones for his work. As a result, Mr. Combs and defendants, LR, MR, UMG were all unjustly enriched at the expense of Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones attempted to work with Mr. Combs to secure his publishing and royalty rights for the work he completed on the Love album. Mr. Combs only offered Mr. Jones $29,000 for 13 months, thousands of hours of work, and 9 songs that made it to the Love album, 17 dicks, 12 coochies, and a partridge in a pear tree, bitch. Ironically, Mr. Jones was willing to take $50,000, his publishing and royalties. Mr. Combs' self-serving greed would not allow him to pay Mr. Jones an additional $21,000. Mr. Combs' deceptive business practices became so bad that Mr. Jones was left with no choice other than to make a public plea on social media for Mr. Combs to pay him for his work. After publicly requesting that Mr. Combs do the right thing and pay him fairly, Mr. Jones received an onslaught of threatening messages from Stevie J and the Love Records A&R DeForest Taylor. DeForest Taylor threatening Mr. Jones. So this must be Mr. DeForest Taylor in this picture. Let's see. You playing. That look like that's December 8th. I'm in studio. February 3rd. LOL. You 100% liar and weirdo. Good luck. Number still same. Run into nigga. Come talk to me in public on a public podcast and forum. I feel like, you know how you used to be in a circle and your teacher be reading to you and then show you the pictures? All right. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to threaten and intimidate Mr. Jones, starting on 1/24. According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs is very forceful and demanding. Mr. Combs does not take no for an answer and would often threaten to inflict bodily harm on Mr. Jones if Mr. Jones did not comply with his demands. As detailed above, Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face. Is Diddy really out here eating motherfuckers' faces? I don't doubt that maybe Rodney Jones was really scared. I don't doubt that. I've been in an abusive relationship, so I don't doubt that he probably was really the fuck scared and really felt some type of way when Cuba Gooding Jr. got up and walked away. Allegedly, he probably was like, man, that shit crazy. That nigga better give me that $20 million motherfucking mansion, though, and my $250,000. I know that shit. It's not funny. I swear it's not, but I'm saying he is really out here eating motherfuckers' faces. As the A&R of Love Records, DeForest Taylor did not require Mr. Jones or any other creatives, musicians, or artists to sign an NDA. That's at the bottom of this paper. On another occasion, while standing in Mr. Combs' bedroom, Mr. Jones was forced to watch Mr. Combs display his guns and bragged about getting away with shooting people. Told you. Told you he said that. Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in a nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine. And then he put in here the post of Diddy's former bodyguard accuses the rapper of snitching on Shine over 1999 shooting. He shared that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into the altercation with another individual. Now that's T, bitch. Now that's T, bitch. So Jenny from the block got the gun in the motherfucking club, bitch. Where did she hide this gun at? So because she was J-Lo, wasn't nobody patting her down. That is Miss Lopez. No, come right on in. Here, nigga. Ain't right, nigga. Y'all probably don't even know Jenny from the block for real. Carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into the altercation with another individual. So, are they going to charge Jenny from the block? Because that's an accessory to a crime after the crime. Puffy, I'll say it and say it again. He don't even look like himself. I believe that ain't the real him, and I believe his body was already harvested and shit. But y'all don't see the finger though. The shooting in Chalice Record Studios confirmed Mr. Combs' statements. These statements reinforced Mr. Jones' fear of Mr. Combs and strengthened Mr. Combs' dominion and control of Mr. Jones. I bet it did. I believe it probably did. Again, my point is this was his man. Y'all were in a full-blown relationship for over a year. Mr. Jones was terrified of Mr. Combs. He felt like he could not tell him no. Mr. Combs consistently made it clear that he has immense power in the music industry and with law enforcement. There's that. Mr. Combs made it clear that his head of security, Fahim Muhammad, Mr. Muhammad, had the power to make people in problems disappear. I have no doubt this nigga was scared. And this is Fahim Muhammad. Remember, he was the last one that was seen allegedly with Michael Jackson. Oh, is that why Mike was here? Is that why Michael Jackson was here last night? But that was the security guard for Michael Jackson when he first became a security guard. Remember, they were saying he was the last one that was seen with Mike before Mike was no longer here. All right, 135. Mr. Combs instructed his staff to always contact Mr. Muhammad if they are ever pulled over by the police in Miami or California. Upon information and belief, Mr. Muhammad spoke with the LAPD after G was shot at the Chalice Recording Studios. The LAPD was in CRS, the Chalice Recording Studios, and witnessed the blood in the restroom, and they went with the bogus claim that the shooting of G occurred outside the studio. Excuse me. This was all thanks to Mr. Muhammad's connections within the law enforcement. Mr. Jones had no reason to disbelieve Mr. Combs, as he had seen firsthand through the shooting of G and the subsequent silence of the LAPD and the media that Mr. Combs indeed had the power to harm him. The LAPD spent hours in CRS after the shooting of G, yet there were no arrests. Mr. Jones witnessed the LAPD in the restroom picture above, yet no arrests were made. The morning after the shooting, Mr. Jones and several others arrived at CRS, and G's blood was still on the floor of the restroom, and Mr. Combs hired a cleaning crew to clean it up. All right. Going into the next one. Defendants Ethiopia Habtemariam, Lucian Charles Grange, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group aided, abetted, and profited off of Sean Combs' RICO enterprise. Pause. When I spoke with Kim Porter right over there on my couch, November 18th, she said she had one thing she could not understand. She said, remember, she said she couldn't understand why Cassie said that she had to go, or why he would need Cassie to go and get prescriptions when he had all of the drugs, because he was running the drugs. He had connections to the drug houses. She didn't understand that because he had all of the drugs that he needed. So he did not need Cassie for real to go and get these prescriptions. He did that to maintain control over her. Let's read on. Mr. Jones recalls, starting at 140, Mr. Jones recalls seeing defendant Grange visiting Mr. Combs' home in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California. Let's see what this bottom say. TikTok is one of the most important short video platforms in the world. It has a significant impact on the spread of global music. Today, it is believed that the artists are paying more and more attention to producing music suitable for dissemination on TikTok due to failed contractual renewal negotiations between Universal and TikTok. Universal and TikTok, a lot of music. And that's what it says. That's all it says. According to Mr. Jones, whenever defendant Grange visited Mr. Combs at his homes, it would be in the evening, and he and Mr. Combs would disappear for hours in Mr. Combs' bedroom. Bitch. No, we spoke on it. No, we spoke on it, bitch. I know we spoke on it. Read. According to Mr. Jones, whenever defendant Grange visited Mr. Combs and his homes, it would be in the evening, and he and Mr. Combs would disappear for hours in Mr. Combs' bedroom. We're probably, I don't know, it don't say this, but we're probably Mr. Combs pounded him out for hours. Defendant Grange sponsored and attended several Love album listening parties at Mr. Combs' home in Los Angeles, California. These parties were sponsored by defendants MR, LR, and UMG, As evidence above, these parties had sex workers and underage girls present. During these parties, defendant Grange knew or should have known that Mr. Combs was drugging the attendees through lace bottles of De Leon tequila and Ciroc vodka. It is no secret that Mr. Combs has specific bottles of alcohol designated for females and other bottles designated for his staff, his artists, and himself. The fact was detailed by former artists and bodyguards of Mr. Combs. As a sponsor of these events, defendant Grange, he sponsored the events. Defendant Grange had a duty and obligation to ensure that sex workers and underage girls were not present and that Mr. Combs was not spiking the alcohol with date rape drugs. Do you think that Lucian Grange is going down for him? Absolutely the fuck not. On YouTube channel, The Art of Dialogue, former bodyguard Gene Deal exposed Mr. Combs' pill mixing methods used to spike cranberry juice and orange juice. According to Mr. Deal, Mr. Combs would place ecstasy and other date rape drugs in the juices. On YouTube, The Art of Dialogue, former artist Mark Curry exposed Mr. Combs spiking bottles of Moet champagne in the VIP section of nightclubs. Mr. Combs would have a set of Moet champagne bottles for his artists and a set for women. All right, down at the bottom, it said, it finished the top. It said the music had to be removed from TikTok. This comes from the alleged lack of protection TikTok takes to ensure UMG artists' rights and creativity is preserved as well as fair compensation. On the contrary, it has been alleged that the renewal failed due to UMG's own financial agenda and putting their interests first before the artists. This move has cost artists affected huge opportunities to further their growth and development within their art, as well as huge financial loss. However, UMG will still continue to profit off these artists, whether their music will be released back to TikTok or not. Very interesting. All right. The writer has spoken with several former art employees of Mr. Combs who witnessed defendant Corum, which is KK, instruct her staff to lace champagne, De Leon, and Ciroc liquor bottles with ecstasy and other illicit drugs. Mr. Jones recalls seeing defendant Habeter Mariam, the Ethiopia lady, visiting Mr. Combs' home in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California. According to Mr. Jones, whenever defendant Habeterium visited Mr. Combs at his home, it would be in the evening, and she and Mr. Combs would disappear for hours in Mr. Combs' bedroom. All these motherfuckers are infected with something. I don't know, allegedly, but I'm just saying. I would think it gotta be. We ain't gonna be on here too much longer. Whoo, they doing too much fucking for me. What? He got an abnormal dick. According to Mr. Jones, defendant Ethiopia visited Mr. Combs at defendant's Chalice Recording Studios during Mr. Combs' writing camp. Defendant Ethiopia Habeterium sponsored and attended several Love album listening parties at Mr. Combs' home in Los Angeles, California. Oh, excuse me. So she's sponsoring, Lucian Grange is sponsoring. These parties were sponsored by defendants. Now, you know, they said he requires that everything is recorded. As evidence above, these parties had sex workers and underage girls present. During these parties, defendant Ethiopia knew or should have known that Mr. Combs were drugging the attendees through laced bottles of De Leon tequila and Ciroc vodka. As a sponsor of these events, defendant Ethiopia had a duty and obligation to ensure that sex workers were underage girls were not present, and underage girls were not present, and that Mr. Combs was not spiking the alcohol with date rape drugs. Defendant Christina Corum is the Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs, Jeffrey Epstein. Dig the fuck out of that. Who did I tell you he was? Huh. So is she also body hopping? Hmm. Mm. According to Mr. Jones, during the 13 months he lived and traveled with Mr. Combs, he witnessed Mr. Combs display and distribute guns from his bedroom closet in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California, to questionable individuals dressed in all black. Yes, governor said that and did. Makes you wonder why he's a billionaire, because who else was a billionaire? Jeffrey Epstein. According to Mr. Jones, during the 13 months he lived and traveled with Mr. Combs, he witnessed defendant Corum openly order her assistants to keep Mr. Combs high off gummies and pills. So he is being controlled. What makes it easier for them to move in and out? Let's talk about it real quick. I keep telling you, liquor and drugs helps to move the consciousness so they don't have to go and do a whole procedure, bitch. Once he gets high, that other conscious being can come out. That is what is called a dirty possession. But never mind. Defendant Corum required all employees from the butler, the chef, to the housekeepers to walk around with a pouch or fanny pack filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, 100 to 250 milligrams each, and Tucci. Tucci is a pink drug that is a combination of ecstasy and cocaine. Remember when they were saying that Young Miami was supplying or helping to get the pink cocaine, and everybody was like, "What's pink cocaine?" That's my ice, y'all. So why would he need? I told you he had all of these drugs. He didn't need a prescription. That's how he was controlling Cassie. This whole fucking thing is detailing everything I've said. But bitch, I know it's true, you hating ass, bald headed, monkey face hoe. 158. It was important to defendant Corum to have Mr. Combs' drugs of choice immediately ready when he asked for it. Hey, pop one in my motherfucking mouth and be quick with it. Defendant Corum ordered sex workers and prostitutes for Mr. Combs. So that's what's wrong with his liver. That's what's wrong with his liver. That is what's wrong with his liver. I'm waiting on it because that's what's wrong with his motherfucking liver. All right, let's see. Defendant Corum ordered and distributed ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms to Mr. Combs and his celebrity guests who were present on his rented yacht and in his home in LA, New York City, and Miami. This nigga stay so high. That's why he abusive. That nigga was Ike Turner like a motherfucker, bitch. You hanging people over railings and balconies, knocking bitches out, punching babies out of wombs and shit. On multiple occasions, defendant, he's strong too. Ooh, bitch. Defendant Corum forced Mr. Jones to carry Mr. Combs' drug pouch against his will. You know how Sean is. Just fucking carry it. Little Rod. Just fucking carry it. God damn. As the chief of staff, Defendant Corum was instrumental in organizing and executing the RICO enterprise. Defendant Corum had the following individuals execute the following tasks for the RICO enterprise. The whole time I'm reading this, my motherfucking dream keep flashing back to me, and I don't know what it is, but I keep having a flash of my damn dream from last night. Stevie J recruits sex workers and attends and participates in freak-offs. Justin Combs solicits prostitutes, underage girls, and sex workers would engage in freak-offs. Yo. So because he's younger, a younger crowd of girls flock to him. Brandon Paul works as Mr. Combs' mule. He acquires and distributes Mr. Combs' drugs and guns. Down at the bottom, it says the footnotes. We have a recording of this and we'll provide it to the court. We have a video of Mr. Combs, Stevie J, and Plaintiff Jones at a strip club. Mr. Combs is recording the video while coaching and training Plaintiff Jones how to recruit the sex workers. I told you he records everything, and a lot of this shit he has recorded himself. Bitch. Brandon Paul and Mr. Combs on one of their private talks and walks, I'm sure. Frankie Santella works alongside Brandon while Brandon acquires and distributes Mr. Combs' drugs and guns. Frankie carries the money and pays for the guns and drugs. You know what just occurred to me? This is not by accident. See, Diddy has a whole history. He has a whole MO. He has a whole thing that he does, and people, he's predictable in that way. Because this was going on during the whole Cassie shit. For 13 months, he was with this man. Sir, you were hired for sure, but you were hired to make this happen. I can almost guarantee you that Little Rod is connected to someone who had some sort of dealing or engagement that went completely wrong, that he cared about. He has some affiliation, probably a great relationship with Kimura or some more shit. They have sought out to get this man. This was on purpose. because Diddy has a whole thing. They know what he's going to do. He's predictable. You were completely set the fuck up. You were set up, my guy. I'm trying to get this off of here. Okay. You were set up. Moy Bond, hired sex worker, attends parties and freak-offs. Down at the bottom, footnote 20, Vice President of Music Management and Strategic Partnerships, Vice President of Music Management and Strategic Partnerships, Combs Global. Moy Bond, Thanksgiving 2020, when Mr. Combs offered Mr. Jones cocaine. That's also Young Miami's cousin that he alleged sexually assaulted him. Mr. Combs funded and used his affiliation with local gangs and gang leaders who would frequent his home in LA and Miami to secure the drugs and guns he obtained and distributed out of his home in LA and Miami. And I know I referenced that shit as fucking well. But go ahead. Read. Defendants executed their RICO enterprise with threats of violence, threatening to eat plaintiff's face. Why is these niggas eating faces? And ain't nobody eating pussy, just dicks and faces. Threatening to eat plaintiff's face, displaying and distributing guns in plaintiff's presence, bragging about having law enforcement under control, bragging about murdering people, and bragging about bribing witnesses and jurors in the criminal case concerning the 1999 New York City nightclub shooting with Shine. This was all planned. Defendants executed their RICO enterprise with threats of isolation from the music and entertainment industry, parading powerful music industry executives such as defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Habitimariam, at his parties filled with sex workers, minors, and illegal drugs such as ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms. Defendants executed their RICO enterprise with threats of non-payment for work completed, fake promises of cash payments, $250,000, producer of the year, Grammy Awards, and guaranteed access to future projects, and $20 million homes, a $20 million home on Star Island in Miami. Down at the bottom footnote, plaintiff has intentionally left names and images of these individuals out of the pleading out of fear of retaliation. All right, I'll read just a little bit more and then I'm going to call it a night. Starting this chapter, Mr. Combs is allowed to wreak havoc. Starting on number 167. While leaving and traveling with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones discovered that Mr. Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his house. What do you mean I'm not a tiger? I feel like a tiger. Let me hurry up. Cameras in every room in his house. Mr. Jones believed that Mr. Combs has recordings of defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Habitimariam, as well as other celebrities, music label executives, politicians, and athletes. Upon information and belief, these individuals were recorded without their knowledge. I told you some of them don't even know they have been recorded, bitch. I just called to say, recorded without their knowledge and consent. And as is the case with the homosexual sex tape of Stevie J that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties. Well, yep, did. Say it again, Miss Jalicia. You said it and did. Upon information and belief, due to the treasure trove, could there possibly over 165 recordings? Over 165 recordings. That's what I saw. And I said possibly 200. Could be more. Upon information and belief, I know other people just, I don't know. I know what I do though. Due to the treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is above the law and is untouchable, and is, because he's holding all of the videos of these motherfuckers. I just told you he's John Wick. They want the videos or they want him dead, and they not gonna find. This motherfucker got these videos scattered, beach. Like I said, some are actually on recording devices. Some are in like computer systems. Like there are multiple. Mr. Combs believed that he is above the law and is untouchable. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs employees Jose Cruz as his IT director. This writer has spoken to several former employees of Mr. Combs who confirmed that Jose Cruz is the gatekeeper to all of Mr. Combs' recordings. So IT director and Mr. Cruz is the gatekeeper. That means they're on a computer IT system. And I told you some things were said to supposed to have been deleted, but there is someone who has copies of everything. I know I said that. Upon information and belief, Jose Cruz intentionally hides behind the camera and from social media and the internet due to all of the incriminating acts he has required to record for Combs. Then they have a picture of his number. Jose Puff's tech guy, Cali. Where are they getting these pictures of his phone? Who was snapping pictures of his phone? Girl, I got to go. I'm going to read just a little bit more and then we going to go, bitch, because it's already motherfucking 4:30, bitch. We got to go. First cause of action, conduct and participant in a RICO enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity, violation of Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organization Act, codified at 18 USC 1962. ACD against defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Habitamarium, Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina Corum, Combs Global, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music. But I told you one of his sons he was doing some shit with. He was fucking this boy too, most likely because he's not his son. But whatever. Leave that to be. Mr. Jones incorporates, starting at 173. Mr. Jones incorporates by reference all preceding paragraphs and re-alleges them as if set forth fully herein. As a respondent, superior defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia, Combs Global, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group, the respondent superior collective, are 100% liable for the actions of Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina Corum, as they were acting in the capacities as the respondent superior collective's employees when they committed the acts detailed below. Meaning they are responsible vicariously for whatever this nigga did because y'all, he worked for you, bitch. So whatever he do, you do. That's what that be. The respondent superior collective failed to adequately monitor, warn, or supervise the actions of Sean Combs, Justin Combs, and Christina Corum. Defendants are individuals and or entities within the meaning of person as defined in 18. I'm going to skip all of this shit because it's unimportant. It's giving you the section and the laws. Let me go here. All right. Defendants are associated with each other as an enterprise within the meaning of enterprise as defined in 18 U.S.C. Defendants have unlawfully increased their profits by luring and deceiving producers, musicians, writers, creators, and artists such as plaintiff to transport drugs, ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms. Let me tell you this. This is why they cannot fuck with this man, Little Rod Jones, on this here paperwork, because it is most likely lining up in complete totality with Cassie Ventura's paperwork. I can almost guarantee you hers reads almost the same, naming the exact same. It is going to line up, and there is nothing that they can do to fuck with this shit. No. And they're going to keep this motherfucker was sent in there. This was meant to take him down. You understand me? Transport firearms, solicit minors, exotic dancers, sex workers, and to utilize their talents and labor to produce music and other tangible goods and services without compensation. The RICO enterprise, which all defendants have engaged in, and the activities of which affected interstate. So that's why they had to also go to these houses, bitch, because they looking for all of the videos to prove everything that's in here. What has now happened is he has already, and Cassie Ventura has already, and other people have already given their signed affidavits, testimonies, videos, pictures, and all they were doing were going to find this shit. There's some of them was probably meant to hide it, and some of them was meant to find it. Bitch, we are talking about people that are also allegedly working for the Don, where they probably were looking to destroy some shit. Don then put his shit and stamp on it and said, bitch, don't destroy nothing, bring them to me. I am going to leave this right here. That is 181. And if y'all want, we can pick it up again sometime tomorrow, most likely, possibly. I have list readings, I believe, tomorrow. I did see I had some on my schedule. So we have some of the list readings. And that's just what that will do. Okay. We'll try to get back in this thing tomorrow, honey. We're going to go on and get up out of here. Peace. Solitude de moi. Solitude de she. Remember, mind the motherfucking business that pays you, bitch. And stay the fuck out of Quatitas, bitch, because never mind who you thought I was. I'm the motherfucking governess, bitch. Y'all enjoy y'all rising.